Let's continue the conversation. President spoke at the U.S. Military Central Command in Tampa. You probably saw it live here on CNN in the last hour. He's meeting with the troops. He's reiterating his vow that American troops will not be forced into so-called combat roles as far as the fight against ISIS is concerned in Iraq or Syria. Idaho Republican Senator James Risch is a key member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee as well as the Select Committee on Intelligence. He's joining us now live from Capitol Hill. Senator, thanks very much for joining us. So when you hear the president make a firm statement like that, you hear the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Dempsey, making a statement sort of opening up the door to combat troops. What goes through your mind? What is it?
Well, what went through my mind was Dempsey's going to get a call very quickly from the White House when this was over, and I think that probably did happen. Look, he's disconnected from what the boss is saying. But just as importantly, there are few, if any, members of Congress who are interested in putting boots on the ground in the Middle East again, and that's really true with the American people. They've had it with putting boots on the ground over there. But Wolf, in today's world, we can do a lot without putting boots on the ground. With the weaponry that we have developed in the last 5-6 years, we really can do what needs to be done, should be done, without putting boots on the ground. And in the last segment, you mentioned the Kurds. Look, if you want to hire somebody to put boots on the ground, the Kurds are very, very effective fighters. They've been a friend of the United States, and they're not going to drop their uniforms and run like the Iraqis did when ISIS showed up.
Why did the Iraqi military? These are 200,000, 300,000 Iraqi troops, a U.S. trained military with a lot of U.S. equipment. They got threatened by ISIS coming into their second largest city of Mosul, Fallujah, all sorts of cities where the U.S. military paid a huge price liberating those areas, and all of a sudden the Iraqi military goes MIA. Why did that happen?
Well, look, they're not us. You can do all the training you want, you can give them all the speeches you want, you can give them all the weaponry that you want, but if they are not committed to fight, if they don't have a cause that they believe in and a cause that they're willing to die for, they're going to do just what they did. And they are not us, and they certainly don't have the national patriotism that American troops have, even fighting in a foreign land, as we frequently do.
Do you have confidence that this new Iraqi government will do any better than the old Iraqi government of Nouri al-Maliki? This new Prime Minister, Haider al-Abadi, is any better?
You know, that remains to be seen, Wolf. They have such a polarization over there that one really has to wonder whether that's going to happen or not. You know, they always talk about Americans being polarized in the elections and what have you. We can't hold a candle to the way they're polarized based upon religious issues that most of us don't understand.
President wants you to support legislation providing $500 million, $500 million to help train and arm the so-called moderate Syrian rebels. Will you vote in favor of that?
Not right now. I'm not convinced of it. As you say, I sit on the Intelligence Committee, and we've been following this for well over a year. There's about 200 groups within Syria that are aligned along religious or ethnic or a combination of both. They have two things in common, all the groups. Number one, they want Assad out, and number two, they want to be in power. But beyond that, they don't have a lot in common. They wind up fighting with each other, and I have real reservations about arming those people. So I want to hear a lot more, and I keep asking the questions on the details, and it is a detail issue. We don't have somebody like the Kurds in Syria that I would have confidence in, that I would have faith in, to say, look, go get them. I really question whether that exists there.
I know there's a lot of questions going around, and a lot of members totally agree with you right now. They want more answers. Senator Risch, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, Wolf. Good to be with you.
Secretary of State John